British Christian has won a major case in the European Court of Human Rights. It's a landmark ruling supporting religious freedom in the workplace.
But the results weren't as good for other Christians who also appeared before the court. Charlene Israel has the story.
The European Court of Human Rights ruled that the UK failed to protect the freedom of a British Airways worker to wear her cross on the job. British Prime Minister David Cameron praised the ruling, saying he was delighted that the principle of wearing religious symbols at work has been upheld, adding that people shouldn't suffer discrimination due to religious beliefs. However, in a similar case, the court ruled against Christian nurse Shirley Chaplin, who was told she couldn't wear her cross at work for health and safety reasons. Chaplin, whose case was supported by the Christian Legal Center, says she's very disappointed that her religious principles hadn't been upheld.
I feel very saddened that my views are not considered as worthy as others, that my right to manifest my faith in my workplace has been denied me.
Despite her case being rejected, Chaplin is encouraged by the court's decision to acknowledge that the cross is a Christian symbol.
I'm really, really grateful that the European Court has upheld the principle that a cross actually represents the Christian faith, which the government, for some reason, seemed to feel that this was not so.
So what have people on the streets of London been saying about Chaplin's case?
I think people should be allowed to express their religious views, and by all accounts it didn't hurt anyone, so that should be allowed.
I think that it's cruel if she loses her job.
It's her own religious belief. No one has any right or any power to challenge someone about their religious beliefs.
The court also rejected the case of relationship counselor Gary McFarlane. McFarlane was sacked for saying he might not be comfortable giving sex counseling to homosexual couples. But he says he's not disappointed by the decision.
I think the disappointment will come if people do not look at this judgment and recognize that this could affect you in whatever sphere of employment you are in.
The Christian Legal Center's Andrea Williams says they won't give up on these cases.
We will be appealing them to the Grand Chamber. I will not cease, we will not cease until justice is done.
As the appeals go forward, religious freedom advocates remain deeply concerned that the European Court's ruling means these freedoms continue to hang in the balance. Charlene Israel, CBN News.
The Obama administration has taken legal action in an important case involving religious beliefs in businesses here in America. Lee Webb has that story from the CBN Newsroom. Lee?
Gordon, the Department of Health and Human Services is appealing a judge's order that temporarily blocks an Obamacare mandate for a Christian publishing company. A federal district judge ruled in November that Tyndall House does not have to provide insurance coverage for certain contraceptives. Tyndall does provide coverage for some contraceptives, but not for those like Plan B. Tyndall House believes those are abortion-inducing drugs. And the judge ruled the mandate forces Tyndall to violate its Christian beliefs by providing those drugs. Now HHS and other agencies want that ruling lifted. The New York Police Department is going to insert GPS tracking devices in some prescription drug bottles. It's part of a crackdown on prescription drug theft. NYPD is asking pharmacies to place fake pill bottles with the tracking chips in with the real bottles. That way they can hunt down the thieves if a batch of bottles is stolen. Police Commissioner Raymond Kelly says the program was prompted by a rash of high-profile crimes tied to prescription drugs. Gordon?
Well, it's interesting how technology is advancing so much that they're actually going to be able to track what medicine you have in your medicine cabinet. If this RFID type chip gets down to the individual pill level, then the government's going to know a whole lot about what you're taking.